The MLS Cup final was this past weekend, and my favorite team, FC Cincinnati, were not there. And I fear we might not be there for a very long time. From the Supporters Shield and Eastern Conference final last year to a shock first round exit to NYCFC via penalty shootouts in a game where I was there and I lost my mind. But I fear the title window for my new hometown team has been slammed shut. These fears growing even stronger as Luciano Acosta, our star former MVP captain, has publicly stated his wishes to leave the club early. I cannot stand to see FCC slide down back to the bottom of the MLS hierarchy. I'm taking over in the Queen City. Let's make FC Cincinnati America's best club. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is our default starting 11 as we take over at TQL Stadium. A lot to sort through though, because the club have already announced who they will not be re-signing. So I have transfer listed 4 of the guys that will not be returning to FC Cincinnati in the 2025 season. I'm also going to be terminating the loan deals for both Kevin Kelsey and Nicholas Gioacchini. FCC have stated they will not be bringing them back permanently. And unfortunately, as much as I don't want it, I mean, I love Luciano Acosta. When I moved here and started following FC Cincinnati, I was amazed at how good this guy was. When he runs with the ball, it looks like the ball is glued to his foot. I mean, I love this man so much that I named my cat Lucho. But unfortunately, I've got to do it here, fellas. Not confirmed right now, but for the sake of the video, I'm adding Acosta to the transfer list. It's not all doom and gloom though, fellas. We have signed Kevin Danke from Bruges. He's the Belgian league top goal scorer. We have signed him to join the club next season, which I am very excited about. We struggled so much scoring goals this year, and I'm going to continue keeping things realistic in this aspect. I'm going to offer the exact price that we got accepted in real life, $16.2 million. They want a 9% sell-on clause. Sorry, lads, that didn't happen in real life to my knowledge, so I'm not letting it happen right now. And they're going to accept that. And there we go, fellas. Kevin Danke is going to join FC Cincinnati, just like in real life. Absolutely pumped to cheer him on in real life next year. And in this rebuild, this would actually be unbelievable. My favorite Premier League club, my first love, Fulham, coming in for Luca Orishano, but there is not a chance I'm selling Orishano. Let the chaos begin though. Malik Pinto heading to Turkey, Adana Demirspor. Isaiah Foster heading to Dundee FC. Sergio Santos heading to Atlanta United. I don't exactly love Sergio Santos as an FCC fan, so I'm willing to cash in on him. But the one that hurts my soul, if this day happens in the next couple of months, I'm going to be absolutely devastated, but I have sold Luciano Acosta, not to Santos or Sao Paulo or Boca Juniors like it is being reported. Funnily enough, Tottenham are going to sign him. I think Acosta could cut it in some aspect in the Premier League. He is a beast. 33.7 mil. There is no way I was going to get 46 million for him. Are you taking the piss? But at least I know he is in safe hands with Ange Postecoglou. Luce, mate, I love ya, but it's time to go. There is no denying it though. We need to replace him with a marquee midfielder, which is where this man comes into the equation. Our second Japanese player in here, coming via AS Monaco, it is Minamino, 28 years of age, 78 overall, I believe he is. I'm excited about this one. Him and Yu Yakubo are going to be vibing out in the change room. And I'm going to make a free agency pickup here. Alejandro Zendias sitting on free agency, begging to be picked up by a club. We're going to return him to the United States, signing him as a crucial first team player. London Ahedo heads to the Romanian league. And here on deadline day, we're going to sign a man that we almost came so close to signing during the summer transfer window. The red hair was probably a dead giveaway for some of you guys, but Josh Sargent will be joining FC Cincinnati. I genuinely think if we were able to pick him up in the summer transfer window, we would have been able to win MLS this year, especially given how Miami fell out. I think we at least would have been able to win the East this year. We were a good striker away from doing that, but £6.8 million to bring him back to America. That was a pretty unbelievable first transfer window at FCC though. If our squad going into the MLS season next year looks anything like this, I'm going to be a very happy man. We were unable to get any offers in though for Kip Keller, so keeping to form, keeping to the realism, although I guess some of the signings I made weren't fully realistic, but I am going to be releasing Kip Keller. The goal has to be winning the MLS this year though. I want to win the MLS this damn season. So when we check the MLS standings come halfway through the season, I better see FCC top of the East. So we're about halfway through the season right now, 1st of July. Inter Miami, we shouldn't really be too surprised. Inter Miami are dominating the Eastern Conference right now. We sit second though, Miami undefeated. A bad run of form though could see us drop out of the playoff spot, so we need to keep our foot on the gas in the East. When it comes to our center midfield stock though, we are struggling. We've got Pavel Buka, we've got Nwobodo playing right there, but Jimenez is the only backup youngster we have at the center midfield role. And look, we do love a young Argentine in the club, which is why we're going to bring Thomas O'Connor across from the Argentinian league for 2.8 mil. Perhaps a potential succession plan in the midfield for Obi and Nwobodo. Miami do not go undefeated. We turn it on in the second half of the season, finishing second in the Eastern Conference. No supporters shield for us. That's actually going to go to LAFC. They finished 2 points ahead of Inter Miami. We were so far ahead of the rest of the East though. We finished 16 points clear of New York Red Bulls. But we are into the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. We're going to be taking on Orlando. But we do win our first piece of silverware as FCC manager, winning the Lamar Hunt Trophy, the US Open Cup, 4-0 over Charlotte in the final. Unfortunately, Zendias is suspended for the first game here at TQL Stadium. DeAndre Yedlin into the starting 11. Can we avoid what FCC did in real life? And that is jump out in the early stages of the playoffs. We do. Luca Orishano is going to get us the win over Orlando. Unfortunately, FC 25 doesn't have the MLS format fully perfected. There's no best of 3 in that first round, which means we move directly into the Eastern Conference semifinals, where we will be facing New York City FC, the team that took us out in real life this year. And if we do get there, it will be Inter Miami, who demolished Columbus. Zendias back into the starting 11 here. We are at TQL Stadium. This is giving too many similarities to what happened in real life. Here we go. New York City versus FC Cincinnati, and we are going to get the victory. Denki misses the penalty. Minamino and Zendias score the goals though, and we are heading to the Eastern Conference Finals. Portland take down LAFC in the West, so we need to get ourselves past Inter Miami. A tall task. Down to South Beach we go, taking on Inter Miami, taking on Messi, Suarez, Busquets, Alba. This is what a lot of people thought the Eastern Conference Final would look like in real life this year. Neither team, we went out on the exact same day, but here we go. Against Inter Miami, we are heading to the MLS Cup. 4th minute red card. That means Zendias is going to be suspended for the final, but we have an opportunity for a one and done rebuild. That is massive. We take down Inter Miami. It is going to be FC Cincinnati versus Portland for the MLS Cup. What a huge opportunity. Portland are a good team, but nowhere near as good as the Galaxy or LAFC. So I'm happy to see Portland in this final. We would have to be the overwhelming favorites heading into this one. Josh Sargent, Minamino, and Denki, 3 of our signings having unbelievable seasons here. All 3 of them would have to be up for the MLS MVP award. Absolutely gutted though that Alejandro Zendias isn't going to be here for the final. That's a huge piece missing on the right-hand side of the midfield. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get a one and done rebuild in the books with FC Cincinnati? Go on. I'm just going to go for the long shot. Denki scores it! Oh my God, that is a rocket. 15 minutes into this MLS Cup final. Our Togo striker, Kevin Denki, fires us into the lead. I did not expect to see that one firing into the back of the net. I honestly thought it was going to get blocked. Keeper stood no chance. Go on. Denki. Breaking some ankles. Sargent. That's all. That had to be 2-0 there. Just defending. Rodriguez. Long shot. Celentano saw that one late. Rodriguez. I'm trying to get somebody onto them. Big time save from Roman Celentano. Portland have woken up in this MLS Cup final. Evander putting that one in there, headed away nicely, but it falls right to them. Just chill, lads. Oh, they've jumped over that. That was poorly timed, to be fair. Do not let them get anything in this one. Back post. Celentano, clear it, lads. Moreno, just defend. Don't give them a good angle like that. You can't say Portland don't deserve it. They have been all over us since we scored. But Portland break our defense. Yedlin, I see Sargent in there. Josh Sargent! Oh my God, that is a great defensive header. Do not do me like this. Rodriguez, Good save from Roman Celentano. Oh my God. All right, there it is. It is all tied up here. We are heading to extra time against the Timbers. Defend. Yes, good defense, Robinson. Oh, Miazga's been skinned there, man. Nothing silly. Nothing silly in the box. 2 men on Moreno. Oh, he does one of us. Big time block from Pavel Buka. I did not expect Portland to be this much of a challenge, fellas. They put that ball in, get it away. They get the header. Goal line clearance. Clear it. No, that's not a clearance. Oh my God, this referee is going to give them one last opportunity. They scored, but I think they were offside. Holy crap. I did not expect Portland to test us this much. We could smash and grab an MLS title right now. Penalty shootout, fellas. Minamino. I'm going to the left. I'm going to the left. Minamino scores it. Great pen. Rodriguez for Portland. Celentano. That is a rocket. Pavel Buka. I'm going to the right-hand side this time. Just alternating. Great pen again. Paredes, where you going, mate? I reckon he's going to the left again. Paredes, we guessed the right way. I'm going straight up the middle. Straight up the middle with Denki. Keeper falls for it. Moreno's going to the right, isn't he? Moreno! What is that animation? Sargent's going left. Sargent goes left. Who's going to blink first? I mean, we've guessed the correct way every single time. And what are these animations? Luca. Where you going, Luca? Going to the right. Beautiful. If we save, we win. We've guessed every single way correctly. We've just been cheesed by the animations. Chara's going to the left-hand side here. Chara goes to the left. And we're a fingertip away from an MLS Cup. Obi. I'm going left with Obi. Obi sends the keeper the wrong way. Miller. Come on, where you going, Miller? I reckon he's going on the left-hand side. Miller is going to go. Oh, I should have just waited. That was a shocking pen. Robinson, greatly timed. I'm sticking up the middle. Robinson! Why did I go up the middle? Animations do not screw me this time. You're going to the right. You're going to the right. You're going to the right. We've lost the MLS Cup final. Portland, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely cheesed by the animations here in this penalty shootout. And we are going to have to go back to the drawing board in season number 2 as the Portland Timbers are going to win the MLS Cup. Absolutely brutal. I'm still hurting after how things ended last year. We need to come back with a vengeance here as we start season 2. Obviously, we want to continue building out a title-winning roster, adding a big addition to our defense here. Because, I mean, we're going to have to probably go through into Miami every single year. Last year we beat them. That's not a guarantee every year. That almost feels like a fluke last year. So I'm going to sign Yaphet Tangana here, joining the back line from the championship. I could honestly see these are the type of championship signings that happen. Okay players from the championship come and become superstars in the MLS. Yaphet Tangana joining us from Millwall for $4 million. Few players that I do want to sell this window. The first of whom, Teenage Hadibe, heading across to LAFC. I actually didn't necessarily have intentions of making this departure. This isn't the one I thought it was. Alva's pal heads to Orlando. This is the one I was talking about. I couldn't deny Obi and Wobodo such a big opportunity. Leon come in for him. I'm letting it happen. And Evan Luro heading to FC Dallas. To replace Nwobodo though, I want somebody absolutely massive. And that is exactly what we are going to do right now. I was praying that this was going to happen in real life. There was strong rumors about it. It caused massive debate among US men's national team fans, FCC fans, MLS of the alike. Selfishly, I wanted him to come to FC Cincinnati, but it is Weston McKennie. The center midfielder does what we couldn't make happen last year. He joins FC Cincinnati, bringing him across from Nice for $23.4 million. We'll follow that up with a backup striker signing. Lewis Morgan joining us from New York Red Bulls. If we could have him as a backup, it would be a dream. Because let's face the facts, he's way better than a backup. I don't know how we didn't win MLS last year, but if we're not pushing for the Eastern Conference and a supporter shield here, then I'm going to be shocked. We've got just such an incredibly balanced team. Again, though, the fear of Inter Miami just reigns supreme. Have they added? I'm going to go see if Miami have added anybody decent. I mean, they've still just got such a solid team. Farias is growing. They've got some great young additions in this squad. Added a few okay South American defenders. Oh, I think literally all of their former Barcelona guys have gone. Have they all retired? I think Jordi Alba's retired. Luis Suarez is retired. Messi hasn't retired. Where has Messi gone? Wait, did I not see him on the squad? Am I blind? Yeah, I'm not blind. Messi's not there. Messi's not in their squad. Oh, Oh, it's because the default is 16 to 35. Okay, there's Busquets. He's 36. Those default FC settings have stuffed me up there. Made me look right dumb. Yep, and there's Leo Messi. But still, no Suarez or Jordi Alba, which means Miami have gotten slightly weaker. We are top of the East. Say we are top of the East. I'm also happy because Miami, maybe they've fallen off. Miami are 12 points behind us. We're 6 points ahead of Red Bulls, but LAFC currently hold first place in the Supporters Shield standings. They're currently holding an invincible season. It'll be a race to the end of the season. Can we win ourselves a second Supporters Shield in club history? We've won the Eastern Conference. We've got the first round bye, but are we going to win the Supporters Shield? We have 73 points. LAFC have 81. They only lost one game all season. They look like they're going to be the team to beat, man. Portland hanging around, Miami hanging around, but we will not be around for the first round of the playoffs. Portland continue to haunt us though. We have lost to them in the US Open Cup here in Season 2. So after the first round, oh my God, it is going to be a hell is real derby. FC Cincinnati versus the Columbus Crew. But we are going to be without our star defender, Miles Robinson, suspended. I've still got a little bit of PTSD from the conference final last year where Columbus beat us in the, that is still one of the worst footballing memories I've had. I'm hoping we can somewhat make up for it here. Against Columbus, we beat them 3-0. Josh Sargent with a hat trick. That's going to see us facing Red Bull. Miami losing to New York Red Bull. We are going to dodge into Miami, and it is FC Cincinnati versus New York Red Bulls. Again, a team that I do not have a soft spot for. This is to get us back to a second consecutive MLS Cup. Of course, New York Red Bulls had a somewhat Cinderella run in real life this year, making it to the final where they ultimately lost. Here we go though, fellas. TQL Stadium, New York Red Bull. We're heading back to the finals. Sargent and Denke. We haven't conceded a goal in the playoffs, and I'm hoping that is the case again. Are we versing LAFC, or are we going to get a chance at revenge against Portland? A chance at revenge again. We're taking on Portland Timbers. They're trying to make it 2 MLS Cups in a row. We're trying to get FC Cincinnati the first in club history. What a year again. Kevin Denke up to an 83 overall. If he could replicate the form he showed in the Belgian League on his move to FC Cincinnati, then I'd be a very happy man. I'm hoping that this is an omen for what the future looks like at FC Cincinnati. Weston McKennie into the side. We've got Morgan as a super sub off the bench. Yafferton Garner in the back line. Are our additions to the squad here in Season 2 going to be enough to avenge our loss in Season 1? Go on. Get that one to Sargent. Sargent gets his head on it. Is that going to be a corner? No. Goal kick. Tell you what though, fellas. I'm going to be going for long shots again. We didn't get many opportunities last time against Portland, but the one time we did, it worked out brilliantly. Oh, well won. Whoa, the goal. Come on. Well won from Josh Sargent. And again, Denke's going to give us the lead. What a terrible bit of defending and goalkeeping from Portland. We've scored earlier than last year. Why has the keeper not come out to even try meeting us there? He just stood rooted to the spot. I mean, we scored early last year and look how that one turned out. We've got to keep our foot on the gas. Moreno, long shot, great save, Celentano. Robinson overcommitted there. Evander trying to make a slide. They've held it up and they've hit the post. No block, Celentano, you absolute beast. Oh my God, I love this, man. This is the exact same way it went last time, though. Portland has started to really find their footing in this one. We need to get a second goal, man. They get the shot, and it goes just wide. Orishano, ball in. I think Denke's offside. He goes for the bicycle, though. Scores it. But it is offside as we expected. That would have been spectacular. I am going to make a substitution here, though. Portland are on us like a bad rash right now. I'm bringing on DeAndre Yedlin as some defensive cover on that right-hand side. Yedlin, get it to McKennie. McKennie, get it to Denke. Denke hits it. Denke rattles the post. That would have just about secured it. Get that away, Tangana. What a towering piece of defending. Evander shoots, saves Celentano. That's going to keep us in the lead. Just hoof it up. There we go. FC Cincinnati, we have finally done it. I was getting so nervous, lads. I felt that that game was going exactly the same way as it did last year. But this year, we are able to hold on, and we are going to make FC Cincinnati champions of the United States. It's a sad sight to see this happening without Luciano Acosta, and I'm praying that Acosta changes his mind in real life and stays at the Garys. But Matt Miazga, our stalwart in the back line, is going to be the man wearing the captain's armband here, as FC Cincinnati are going to officially win their first MLS Cup in club history. Lads, if you enjoyed this FC Cincinnati rebuild, make sure you click here to subscribe and click here to check out another video.